Okay, hello. How are you guys? Happy new moon solar eclipse. I don't know if you guys can feel it. It's like it's gotten started. The actual time of the solar eclipse is when the sun and moon are conjunct. So in order for the sun and moon to be conjunct, the moon has to move across the sun's, not the shadow, but the moon's shadow crosses the sun. So you're feeling those eclipse effects. And basically for the whole world, especially North America, this is right beneath our feet. It's going over Antarctica and South America. So what I would like for you guys to do, just take a moment and get centered. I don't know if you're sitting, however you're standing, you're watching, if you're driving. I just want you to take a moment and see where you feel your body feeling really heavy. The parts that feel really anchored into the ground, into the earth. But then the parts that might not feel like it's part of that, meaning like where the moon's shadow could be moving in your chart. It feels kind of weird. So take note of those body parts, because those body parts are the ones that are going to be touched, especially by this eclipse. And this eclipse is ushering in massive amounts of change. To the full moon eclipse, I mean, there's one person in the world I would not want to be for these eclipses, would be Don Julio and the Republican Party, because it's almost like they are under a guillotine, so to speak. Things are going to get lopped off. And not only because of that eclipse, but the United States had her Pluto return in February. 2 days later, Vlad decides to go in Ukraine. The world has been changing so much just because of the U.S. Pluto return. It changes the way we engage in war. It changes the way we are allied with one another. Massive changes with an eclipse that has the sun and moon supercharged with the planet Uranus, which has to do with shock and revolution and change and innovation and humanitarian efforts. And these set of eclipses with Uranus and all these changes going in square to Saturn, kind of the establishment, all these things, this theme for these eclipses are writing out not only through 22, but into 2023 and the year after. But the United States has 3 Pluto returns, basically. We go over our Pluto return point 3 times in 2022. The year in July 4th, when Pluto was 27 degrees Capricorn, 33 minutes and 6 seconds, it only crossed that point once. Okay, so this is a really important eclipse for many reasons. We're going to have so much change. Money, Taurus and Scorpio are money signs, especially Scorpio. That's your income. The last time we just had Uranus in Taurus, which shook up our financial markets, was during the Great Depression in the 1930s. It was actually the ingress of Uranus into Taurus that got us out of the Great Depression, and that we could have innovative programs and get our economy on track. Do you see the parallel here? What's going on? Right? Let me check in and say hello to you guys. How are you? Juno and Ruby and Teresa and Michelle and I am one. Jan, Your Majesty. Happy New Moon, Mary, Jules and Linda and Carol. Leslie, so good to see you and everyone. Hi, Bonnie Douglas. Hi, D. Pierre. And Daniel, Dr. Nancy. Almost Empty Nester. I feel like I'm with you there, girl. And Sandy. Oh, goodness. This thing jumped on me. I just lost all you guys. Hi, Rob D. and Denise, Carol. Leslie, yep, thank God for President Biden. There's Rob and, okay, hi, Marie. I think I got everyone. And Equus and Carol. Yeah, I am really ready for some change as well. The other thing that happened, Mercury went into Gemini in its dominion, where it's comfortable. So even though we are going to have this Mercury retrograde coming up May 10th, Mercury is in its dominion. It knows how to work things and get around things. But still, like I've been harping about for the last month, please get your stuff. I think I gave April 30th as the deadline. I will give you May 1st. So that you're in good position, that if you have any outstanding things that need to be signed, if you are buying electronic devices, especially if you're making travel plans, if you have something that needs to be fixed, please get that done as soon as possible. Because even though this is Mercury retrograde in Gemini and it tends to affect all these things that I just mentioned, including scheduling, because it is in eclipse energy, when we go to the full moon eclipse, it's going to be retrograde. When we get now into the fall and we have the next set of these Taurus Scorpio eclipses, Mars will have moved over to Gemini. Mercury is in Gemini right now, but Mars will have moved over to Gemini, and it retrogrades in Gemini in the fall when we have the second set of eclipses picking up from here. So it can create a really, really big, long-standing mess, okay? But if you already have things set into motion with resolution, you get them done, you clean it up as much as you can, you're going to be okay. Even if, let's say you go take a job that's been offered to you. Well, if it's something you've been working on from the past since that last November eclipse, it's going to be okay. Or if they're people from the past. Okay, we're going to be looking at things from the past. So if you're trying to like launch a new business or launch this or launch that, new projects, it's going to be messy. It's going to take time. So that's all. It doesn't mean we can't go on with our life. And Mercury retrograde is awful, horrible. It's going to ruin your life. No. But it is going to really show you the things that have to be cleaned up, and or things you didn't know had to be cleaned up, but out of the blue, because now this eclipse is in Gemini's kind of blind spot, it'll show up and be like, you've had to work on this, you didn't know about it, but I'm showing you now, okay? So please don't be hard on yourself about the Mercury retrograde. These are just basic guidelines, okay? And I too, I know I've been harping on it for the past month, get your stuff done. There's just a couple of little things more that I have to finish, but I know I'll be in good position. So anyway, I'm sorry if I'm telling you I'm sleepy. I'm very, very sleepy and tired today. I've got my coffee over here. Prom is over with. It was beautiful. It was lovely. It was wonderful. I wanted to show something to you guys because I know I showed you guys her dress back when we got it. It's just so beautiful. I will show you this little part because so that was the dress. So pretty. She was the one with the biggest ball gown dress. And as soon as she put it on, we knew that was her. It's just such a big princessy dress. They were all calling her a Disney princess. But here's the thing. We get that dress, and then we have to go shopping for accessories, We walk into DSW Shoe Warehouse. On the floor, these Converse high tops. In the same exact color. So that's what she was wearing all night long, these Converse high tops. And now she can wear them and have fun in the summer. Isn't that amazing? It's just crazy. I love it. And the color was just so beautiful. So I'm a little bit sleepy because they had prom. The buses took them downtown. They went on their boat ride, started at midnight on Lake Michigan. And it was over at like 3 a.m. So they didn't pull into the parking lots until like 4:30 in the morning. And so we all just got up like maybe an hour and a half ago. So I'm still kind of sleepy, but we're in this eclipse. We're in this eclipse. We're in this eclipse. Okay. I know, isn't that fun? It's so fun. Okay. Hi, Patricia. Oh, Biden is getting. Oh, they have the what is that called? The press. You guys are talking about it. I have missed that so much, and I can't wait to watch that. You know, the last time when PBO had roasted Don Julio, I just will never forget. And he did all that. Meanwhile, they're getting Osama bin Laden hours later. I mean, wow. And now we are knowing more about the relationship to 9/11 and all that stuff. If Don Julio was that pissed, can you even imagine how pissed off Putin was in China? Because we believe in freedom of the press. I'm getting that right now. Yeah, messing with our elections, this is part of the other reason why they attack the press so much, because of Yep. Okay. I just need to grab some cards on that because I want some verification of this, because if you guys are on Twitter, you know a lot of stuff is already starting to happen. I've been saying we're going to have a lot more information come out with 9/11 and who was involved from 2002, 2003. And oh my gosh, there was video that came out with the Saudis partying in San Diego ahead of that. Crazy. So, what was this called? The press. You guys know what I mean. Okay. Back then, why am I calling this the press, the annual press thing? It's actually a fundraiser. So Tara, you know what I'm talking about. I just can't find my words. So this was back when with PBO. I'm being told to erase this. PBO roasting Donald. PBO covered in. Oh, Donald is getting roasted. PBO sending a message to him. Now Donald's gonna link back. He is so angry. He won't let it go. He is still so mad. At the heart of the matter between both of these guys, him, oh my gosh. It's like he's so angry he's drilling down like a meteor hitting the earth and burning deep into the crust. So that was that. The King of Pentacles, a man with a lot of money, a man with a lot of wit, a man that we value. It could be either one of them, but it feels kind of like a competition. All of these pentacles, these things. This is also shown up for me as an investment in like bombs. And a balance on how we're going to manage this. I'm rusting you, but I've got justice going on in the background. We are going to get OBL. And he's the king right now. PBO is the king. So we have Obama gathering up his defenses. This is my script that I'm talking about here. I've put everything, I've gotten everything. I've gotten all my ducks in line. This is the dream card. I'm saying all this stuff, but it has so many implications because this dude is sleeping. this is the go time. I'm in conversation with my guys on the ground and what's going on here. And I am laughing here. Oh, that's going back to the past. Yes. He's being generous right now here at the dinner, the correspondence dinner, but also over him. This is going to go get OBL. How many times do we show this? This is the card for Pooty going after UA. This is the card that was for Afghanistan when we were withdrawing. Interesting, it's that card from the past. Now, he's roasting Don Julio. I shouldn't laugh because this is also his retribution. I told you, he is fuming. He is so angry. This is like so many swords stabbing him inside, and he's not going to forget. He's going to make sure he gets back at him. Oh, hurty, 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 hurty. 3 of Swords. He's so mad and ashamed, you guys. The heart of the matter for Obama. I caught ya. I caught that guy. Wait till you see what happens. Don Julio is heavy with anger. These wands, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to call this person out, la, 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 la. He's drawing up his plans for an army. Think of those wands also as artillery and attack, defenses. Obama relates to him. Oh, this is my no card. You can't see what I'm doing right now, Donald, but I'm doing this to cut you off. I'm doing this to cut off OBL. But don't look at me for that. You don't know about it yet. Don Julio is relating back. Well, Putin. Putin back then. This was the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I finally figured out that. Was that 2011 or 2012? Okay, 2012 was when we had the Taurus Scorpio eclipses last time, but the new moon solar eclipses were in Scorpio with the North Node. Now, the North Node is in Taurus, and the last time that happened was in 2002, 2003. So that White House Correspondents' Dinner, Don Julio is already thinking about Putin and a plan he's going to put out to Putin. Ugh. I'm sorry. I did not expect to go on this little being diverged here, but you guys, they got started then from the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So he's got a plan with Putin. They're going to go after PBO, First Amendment, free speech, and they're going to go after, 2016, future, and now with, I'm going to say terrorism, because that's what was to come afterwards with our election. And then all of this terrorist, like, what do they call it? Lone wolf? They were not lone wolf things, you guys. How are you guys doing? Oh, yes, please hit the thumbs up. Please, thank you. Carol, you heard Pooty's going to surgery soon? I wouldn't be surprised. Someone asked me on Twitter, I don't know what about. Oh, because I guess Putin gave up the foreign ministry. He gave up a role of his position to concentrate on day-to-day stuff with the war or whatever's going on. He forfeited part of his job. And I was getting that this is a segue because, and you guys know I do not like to read on him at all. His energy is demonic. But like I said in my tweet, all of a sudden last week, I could feel, I want to say this was like 3 days ago or so. I think this was after around the time our guys were there, Blinken and Austin, and then they met with the 40 nations. His energy felt so heavy and drained and lethargic. Like, oh my God, I have to do this now. I have to deal with this now. I don't want to say it was like surrender, but it was really hard getting the body to go, having gone through this with my mom, very heavy, very hard. And I will tell you, these eclipses are Russia's part of their chart where they have their destructive hidden power is getting whacked. Don Julio's PowerPoint of manipulation is getting whacked, and it's hitting the Republican Party as well. But let's just finish this quickly. I did the last reading on the White House Correspondents' Dinner between Obama and Don Julio, what the implications were, because these eclipses are related to what happened then. And it's very apparent then that we saw Don Julio fuming, making plans with Putin to put something out there for the future for retribution. So I wanted to just know what they were, because that was also an attack on the First Amendment, media, and journalism. Like, that instantly had to end because they were laughing at them. So this is a plan. Oh, gosh. The plan for Obama, make his life a nightmare by what? Transmitting attacks. Attacks? What kind of attacks? On the United States of America. This is his retribution against Obama. Attack America for retribution. As far as free speech, correspondence, journalism, putting Putin in charge of that. We're going to buy the media out. Look at this is the much card. This is people talking to one another. This came up as my Blinken Austin card last week. Crazy. So this is talking to people in government about 1A. We're going to fight against it. That's also Facebook. And hang it up. Because we want the power. This, just from the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Now, for the future, the plan for the 2016 election, the transnational organized crime, going to attack the elections with no mercy. No mercy at all. This is my retribution. We're going to break their hearts, and we're not going to let up. And we're going to falsify information. Swords are information, you guys. Swords, this is devastating information. This could be relief from devastating information, but I was seeing this as turning into disinformation and rewriting the story. As far as terrorism from that night, bring the White House to its knees. We are going to change the White House because we don't like what's going on right now with who's in charge. And no matter what it takes, we're going after it. That Two of Pentacles reversed. With all of our might, other nations, other states, information, Russia, China, going to blend information and magically come up with new narratives that they can win at and attack our elections. And make Don Julio very happy. That was from the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Now, I feel like we're getting closer to this eclipse. How are you guys doing? Queen, when will Trump get off the world stage and go away? I cannot answer that. I know it's going to happen. I know that these eclipses are not friendly. It has been whittling away. Can you guys sense how much that they've gotten whittled away over time? It's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to wake up and be like, wee, yay, everyone's charged. No, it's just kind of a melting away of things from the outside in. Okay, 167 chat and 50 thumbs up. Yes, please more. Okay, yes, we are coming on up to that. So that was that. I mean, there's a real possibility that this eclipse is powerful enough that it's really going to accelerate things against both Russia and Donald. Now, the last live I did, I spelled out very explicitly how bad this eclipse is for him with all his dealings overseas, with the law, the whole thing going on with Alvin Bragg. They're going to get past that with the New York DA. But because this sun and moon combination, this is so, are 10 degrees Taurus, okay? This is at 10 degrees Taurus. Taurus is an earthy sign. It's a stubborn sign. You know how we say with Scorpio, it's stubborn. If it's going to investigate something, it's going to leave no stone unturned, okay? It's going to look at everything in beneath the shadows and everything in between. With Taurus, on the opposite end of the spectrum, Taurus is everything in between. It knows that stone, all of the sides that are turned or unturned. This is like where Taurus gets its psychic sense. It is not in Scorpio. It is through the senses, through, and taking all of that information on a very sensory level. Oh my gosh, my hands are just really getting, I don't know, they feel very watery and fluid, but almost being massaged, like every molecule in between, and assembling that information through the sense, not only on the earth, but in the skies above, and it's spatial awareness with everything. So these are the fixed signs. These are like compass points. You know, Taurus tacking down the spring. Mars and Aries ushered in the whole new cycle. But the thing is, Mars and Venus in love, Venus ruling Taurus, Mars and Aries, it's like it's springing forth and saying, here, I'm bringing this big, beautiful new season to you. I love you. I'm full of courage and vim and vigor. And we are going to make a whole brand new world. And Taurus, being yin, is like, give me all of that. And I'm going to sort it out. And that we are going to create something from the roots down up that is such a sensuous, beautiful world. That is how Taurus tacks down the spring, that axis point. So it has to be stubborn. It is, not only does it tack down spring, it is the first growing season of the new zodiac year. And if we don't have Taurus firmly tacked down in the ground with all of their resources, remember, it's earthy sign Capricorn in the winter, got all the raw materials together for a growing season. So we got to take care of Taurus. We've got to water things and nurture things. We got to give it, it needs everything to grow because it provides now for the rest of the zodiac, for the rest of the year. So we want to be Taurus, to be stubborn in that fact, because she's got all the goods and the resources, and she gives us the things that make this world tangible and beautiful, and the reason why we think about this world in the way we do, that creates our values around these things, whether it's being materialistic and superficial, or it's paring down to the essentials of what you need to have something long-lasting and of quality. That's where our values come in. This comes into the substance of the food that we feed ourselves and how kind of our family nurtures and feeds us because we take in all that sustenance to become more. So stubbornness, yeah, Taurus has to be stubborn. It is not a knock on Taurus, but yeah, they're very noticeably stubborn because they're so earthy, and it's hard maybe to get them to get off of something. Scorpio is stubborn, but they're watery and they can maybe hide their stubbornness. Taurus cannot. So this new moon solar eclipse has the sun and moon at 10 Scorpio and at 14 Taurus. Now we have Uranus shaking things up from the past. It's like this, in a couple of days, the sun is going to hit this point, and it's like Uranus says, like right at the midpoint of Taurus, where we are our most secure. It's like the turning point of spring, you know, like where things go from yin to yang. Well, that's the same quality of a sign. even this, though this is a yin sign, it like builds up, Taurus kind of builds up in what it does, and then it kind of fades away to the next sign. So it's like we're going to hit that peak of like building up, and then all of a sudden we get new directions and instruction, and everything changes at the foundation. A big shakeup. So that's very, very uncomfortable. But we have Uranus here for a while, okay? And now over at like 24 degrees, we have Saturn in Aquarius. That's kind of a big obstacle. It's in square, but this Saturn is going to kind of resist this in a way, try to assert its own power, its authority. But this, you know, it's like where an immovable object meets an unstoppable force, and Uranus is mixing it up in the middle. So everything, like, I know my sun, like, I'm nervous about this because my sun is at 12 degrees Scorpio. I'm getting the squeeze right here. But Scorpio's been, all the signs have been preparing. We've all been preparing. Change is inevitable. It's been coming. We've had a flavor for this since like for a while, since 2019, 2020. Things are shaking up and shaking down, and it's kind of rattling. Now, take all that I have said. Donald's natal Pluto, transformation, destruction, your charisma, death, brutality, has his Pluto, his power planet that he uses in hidden ways to hurt people and maim, is at 10 degrees Leo. An exact square to this, squares this. It's been going up against that. This is in his area of hidden secrets, hidden enemies, his blind spot. So the things he's been keeping secret are getting whacked in the USA chart in the area of law. And it's getting whacked in the areas of what he's done overseas. The Republican Party, the rising sign for their, why did I do that? For their chart, you know, the sign on the eastern horizon in a chart. This is a thing that gives you life, how you interact with the world, your personality, kind of your vitality in a sense. Their rising sign is 11 degrees Leo. So Donald is going to get whacked. Nobody's going to see how something is coming. And the GOP is going to be left standing there without their noses, cutting off their noses in spite of their face. They're going to get caught. I don't know what it is, but this is the power behind that eclipse, and I think it's happening very soon. 4:28 Eastern. I just want to see, show me this sun and moon in DC. Shake up. Sun, moon. Now you have to remember, the moon is the feminine. This is when the moon gets to eclipse the sun, the people. Where we have a say, we're conjunct, and what's going on here, too. What happens at Donald's? Oh, my God. The GOP, right? They feel so little. Vlad. Okay. Ooh, high stakes. Anxiety, nervousness, something's happening. This has been terrorism. These are people who are stuck in the war. It's being held hostage to also GOP, I'm getting. and treason. Oh boy, look at all these freaking swords, you guys. 9 swords, 8 swords, 3 swords. The sun and moon over DC, the sun. This was the card at the quarter moon, destroy Putin, destroying them. This is not President Biden. This is the plan to get Putin. We have the moon here, the Ace of Swords, rising up and up. It also represents the people getting information. The Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting government, people in government, mercenaries, unofficial people. Uranus is going to be shaking things up by what was promised. That's usually a Don Julio cup. It's also the things that are coming through, you know, on intercepts. Page of Pentacles from the past. Money from the past. This could be 9/11. This could be Afghanistan. This is Ukraine. This is the shakeup on what is happening here. Don Julio's Pluto. His PowerPoint. The Queen of Swords reversed. These are the courts. He's not... He's overturning. He can't. These are other nations, and he can't access other nations and intel. He's got a tower moment. Delayed. Is this Trump Tower? No. This is everything imploding. Everything implodes. I don't know what that means. The GOP, left standing. It could be the J6, but this is a total, like, riot. They're in chaos. They're in total chaos. Some of them are going to be talking to the government. 3 of Wands. About the plans and what happened. They're going to turn on him. And this is Vlad. This is stealing, forfeiting, an agreement to forfeit. What are you forfeiting? A decision has been made. It's been settled. It doesn't feel complete. The Queen of Wands. And that's him in a leadership position, you guys. He's out. He's totally out. So that's that. How are you guys doing? Oh no. Wait, what? How are you guys doing? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Okay, wow. Oh, thank you, Marie. Yeah, Putin's been looking so bad. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something here, you guys. Happy new moon. Okay. Oh goodness, there's another. Thank you, Joni. Okay, we're in eclipse weather. Remember at the beginning, I said, where are you feeling that in your body? Can you guys, okay, if you have paper and pencil, please grab it. We are going to write some collective intentions, okay? This is the collective body. Our bodies, first and foremost, we want stability, okay? Oh my God, can you guys feel that? Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Okay, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do new moons and stuff a little differently. We're doing what's called new moon contracts because the most powerful point of creation with your mind and body here on Earth using the cosmos is writing. So what we do together is we write collective new moon intentions, and the energy is so good right now. That's what I'm writing. That is absolutely what I'm writing. So I invite you to grab a pen, paper, pencil, write with me. It does not have to be verbatim. Out of simplicity's sake, I use the words I want because I'm a Scorpio, and I want is the phrase that gets our creative juices going and our manifestation juices going. Even though it seems like it's future oriented, that's just how our energies work. If you have a different word that you use to create a manifest, please use that. As a Scorpio, I'm terribly bored by the words I have, but that's what gets the juices going for Taurus, because I'm like, I have it. Okay, what's next? Boring. Got it? So I respect whatever words you want. Please respect each other's words. So I am just going to say, I want stability and easy and flexibility, adapting to change, and sudden changes within. I want my center of gravity upright and easily flowing with new undercurrents. I want my body to wake up and make adjustments easily and comfortably. I want to have continuity in my day-to-day life and routine, no matter what suddenly shows up. I want to have everything I could possibly need and am 100% welcome to sudden resources showing up. So we want to be able to adapt to change. We want to have some flexibility and continuity in that, but we don't want to condemn change or the things that might suddenly benefit us out of the blue that we did not even realize was there, okay? So I want stability and flexibility, adapting to change and sudden changes within me. I want my center of gravity upright and easily flowing with new undercurrents. I want my body to wake up, make adjustments easily and comfortably. I want to have continuity in my day-to-day life and routine, no matter what suddenly shows up. I want to have everything I could possibly need and am 100% welcome and open to sudden resources showing up. And I want to enjoy it all. Okay? So we're going to have fun with this. Okay? How are you guys doing? What do you have? Pamela Bryant, I'm enjoying so much. I've taken about 10 deep breaths and I'm fully exhaling, like you say. You know what? I love this idea of deep breathing because we have Mercury in Gemini, which rules respiration. This is absolutely a great, great time to be working on respiration in your lungs, especially as we have like this variant that's surging that no one can keep track of because everyone has their own tests. So I want to breathe very easily. I want great respiration. And for my diaphragm to relax and get in a new groove. Speaking of the body, you have to watch your Venusian things. Most importantly, I want to support my blood, which is Aries. But we have this thing with Uranus that is going to whack circulation needs, okay? I want to support my blood flow, healthy venous circulation in my legs. Ooh, I hear thunder. I want to easily release swelling in my legs. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a hit. I wished I had put on my compression socks. In my legs, I want to have clean compression socks available, folded, and easy to find. I don't know why my compression socks get mixed in with all the athletic socks in this household, but they do. And I haven't worn them in a while. I was wearing them a lot during Aquarius season, but if you have compression socks, or if you need that, you can just get them like at Walgreens or CV, wherever, like $10. Easy to find and ready to go. I want my breathing and circulation to be at one from the tips of my toes, top of my head, and the front and back of me, gracefully flowing with ease. Okay. So I want to breathe very easily. I want great respiration for my diaphragm to relax and get in a new groove. I want to support my blood flow, to have healthy venous circulation in my legs. I want to easily release swelling in my legs. I want to have clean compression socks available whenever I need them. They're folded and easy to find, ready to go. I want my breathing and circulation to be at one from the tips of my toes to the top of my head, swirling through the front of me and the back of me, gracefully flowing with the ease between heaven and earth. That feels good. And I want to release heavy foods and oils because that's going to gum up the system. You guys, this is a good month to supplement with fiber, supplement with digestive enzymes to eat up the crap that's hiding in the corners. Stay very hydrated, mineralized so everything can get going. If you do any type of cleansing, I would like to ask you to please wait until after this full moon because it is going to create a lot of problems under these conditions. Okay, so let's just, wait until like maybe after that third quarter moon too, because this is so messy and your body has not been in this territory, okay? So we just really are looking at homeostasis and stability and fluidity, okay? How are you guys doing? Nancy, green economy with eco homes that are kind to our earth. That is such a Taurian thing. I love that wish. Green, green, green. Yes, I've been very much drawn to green You can see I was wanting green and brown for my earthy needs right now. Hi, Marjorie. I liked all those articles you shared. Very insightful. Oh, Juno and Pamela seem to have some good tips here on tips and techniques on how to supplement and aid your breathing. I am definitely going to look at that because I think we're going to need it. Also, you guys, your allergies. Stay on top of your allergies, please. Okay. Purple sky. I'll release all burdens. Yep. Hi, Lori Boyd. Hi, Greeter. Accepting abundance and joy in your life. Okay. Thanks for there. Yeah. Mary Fanuff, living this. I say thanks for. Yes. I love that. Because when you just get in that mode of just saying thank you for, I thank you for, you're affirming it. And you're also like sending blessings to it. Like I had the news on the other day and this person was talking about this. What they're doing in Poland is amazing. They have all these immigrants, over 2.5 million. And it's hard watching the news, but trying to shift out of that sad feeling, I was just like basically repeating verbatim what that person was saying, but in a form of prayer, trying to usher more light in that moment. And, you know, I just put the dishes away, listening, and that's how I was mentally multitasking. Okay. Oh, your kitties are returning. Mary Fanuff, May is a vegan month for me. Marjorie with more Bin Laden info. Okay, so this was Washington, D.C. There were some things. Okay. I feel like Biden's going to unleash a can of whoop ass. At this new moon eclipse in Taurus in Washington, D.C., in the skies over D.C., we have asteroid America at 20 degrees. But President Biden is at... Oh, you guys. Holy shit. We got to look at this. President Biden asteroid is at 25 degrees. Cancer. The asteroid Wuhan, you know, it's basically that asteroid of war and pandemics and just destroying everything, kind of like in Mariupol, tapping into Ukraine. That's the Wuhan asteroid. Biden is conjunct Wuhan. The sun represents a leader of a nation. We have the people, this 8th house, life and death, shared resources. Oh, some stuff is going to shake down. Donald Trump's Saturn. Oh boy. Donald Trump's Saturn. Or is it Venus? I can't remember. His Saturn is at 25 Cancer. We have a lineup going over Washington, D.C. right now. Let me just show you this. We have 20 is America. Biden is 25 Cancer with Wuhan. Now, I feel like he's going to unleash a can of whoop ass. Also here, thank you, Cindy. We have Donald's Saturn, 25 Cancer. At USA Pluto Return, 23 Cancer was the ascendant, the rising sign. At 24 Cancer, we had Mercury, USA natal Mercury, retrograde, basically conjunct this. My God, Mercury operates in its finest space of doing stuff in the first house, and it is exactly conjunct that, okay? Donald's Venus now is at 23 Cancer. Do you see what's going on here? It's like a can of whoop-ass is going on. And it's in this 8th. Oh, that's interesting. And in Washington, D.C., oh my God. So we have a cluster of planets here in the 6th house of public servants. This is our military, day to day. This is our cyber people. This is Austin and Blinken. In a sextile, forming the bottom of a triangle. We have the sun, moon, the people. We have something innovative that we're going to do with shared resources, and this is our destiny. The strength of this yod, it forms the bottom of a yod, and it is pointing to, oh my God, you guys. It's pointing to all of this in Libra, which is, need a pen. And the USA chart really matters right now because of our Pluto return. It is activating everything from when our nation was first founded to USA version 2.0. So we've got all this stuff. At 14 degrees USA, that is our Saturn, our scales of justice. Conjunct USA Saturn is Donald's wound, his Chiron, the thing he was trying to heal with Putin by destroying, Juno. Do you see what's going on here with this yod pointing at this? And we are going to have a full moon eclipse here in the area of money, incomes, and gains. Oh my God. And asteroid George Washington is right on the cusp here, the 1st and the 2nd house. I told you asteroids, planets are so powerful on the cusp because it opens up the whole chart to be able to do whatever it wants to do. And in the 1st house, we're talking about President Biden's health, ability to fight, go forth with the scales of justice. And George Washington is there straddling the 1st house of who we are, what we're going to do, and the 2nd house of our income gains and our values. This is a ball buster, you guys. I'm getting ahead of myself. Can you show me what this yod is pointing to in relation to? Okay, just show me. This is U.S. government, sun and moon and Uranus have got a plan going, and it's our destiny with our military, with our cyber, our intel, and I could lay out this whole deck. They've got huge ass plans, you guys, and it's pointing to this yod. They're doing these things to support what we're doing with our scales of justice in the skies over DC because we believe in justice. We believe in the scales of justice. Lots of discussions going on. A lot of discussions going on with our government people. Ooh, this is my card. It's an additional card in the deck. It's called Carol because it's the title of the painting. But when the Carol card shows up to me, this is on the authority of our government or a government telling this what it's going to do. So we've got all these secret discussions going. Oh my God. To end or kill something. Oh my gosh. We're getting closure on something. But this Ace of Cups is what we really want, and we really want it through our courts. That's what the setup is with I haven't even done the chart. With just this yod between these two places. Remember, a yod in astrology is a special triangle anchored by a 60-degree angle to 150 degrees. It's the finger of God. It's prominent in death charts, accidents. When you're going to go full can of Wuhan whoop ass, that's what that does. So Oh my gosh, there goes my throat. My throat is drying up. How are you guys doing? Look at the cans. Bonnie. Okay, so let's start here. Eek. In the skies, we're going to see something about Biden, America, and a war. Did you guys hear that? I just said that, and it was the longest thunder. It's still going. Talk about symbolism. Do you guys hear that? Nina Roberts Salveson, I am not understanding any of this. What are you saying? I'm saying something big is happening with this new moon solar eclipse over Washington, D.C. that's been building up, and this new moon solar eclipse is going to unleash it. Our president is here working on like a team effort type of thing, because the goal is to unleash this whatever he's got going on to end something or kill something. But this has been in the works. The high priestess could be a secret they've been working on, but this also shows up with all the Russia secrets. Knight of Swords, our intelligence agencies working on this big secret to protect the United States defenses in the Nine of Wands. Now, that's the head of our government, is working with our military. It is working with our intelligence over here, the 6th house. It's working with how they've been planning this every day. It is working with public servants, congressional type of people, good guys, bad guys. Look at all these planets here. Oh boy. The King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords has shown up for me as like a leader of another nation that usually is hacking crap. But if this is our military doing a counter, yes, I'm getting counter hacking. There's been some sort of cyber thing that's been building up to you guys. So you've got the King of Swords reversed. The Knight of Wands reversed. Now, the Knight of Wands for me is often the FBI carrying out an activity. But I feel like this is undercover stuff. We're not supposed to see it because it's covert, maybe a secret plan. Oh, God, you guys, this King of Wands. King of Wands shows up for me as angry Putin or Xi. But it's like this plan is to go after that guy, or we have some major leadership going on with this. The Hangman, we've had them caught up in this idea that we're going to do, and it's time to carry this out. And now it's all pointing to the United States Saturn, which is in the skies over Washington, D.C. This is why we always say nobody's above the law. This is why the United States is known as a democracy, and we believe in the scales of justice. But in this chart, it is pointing to who we are. And there goes some more thunder. We've made a decision here. Something is getting cut out. We've made the hard choice, the hard decision. You're out, you're out. Now, this Lover's card has shown up for me as an agreement, but oh my God. You're out, Lovers has shown up for me as nation-to-nation agreements. But like with the insurrection, it's also shown up like this for breaking away from the United States and causing harm. But Don Julio will show up with this as upright because he's got an agreement with Putin or Xi. This is big. This is a big thing of an agreement to separate something or break something apart. 6 of Swords. Transmitting information, how we're going to cross the river and get to calmer waters. This is the big pivot thing that it leaps out at me. I know there's not a yod here, but that's where it's all pointing to, because this new moon solar eclipse Venus rules the sun. It rules the moon. So we're looking at Venusian things. USA Saturn is in Libra. Libra is Venus ruled. So we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff with partnerships. We're going to be seeing a lot of stuff with our laws. We're going to be seeing a lot of stuff related to our agreements, especially with the USA Pluto return with Mercury on the ascendant. It has everything to do with the words we use, the agreements we have, the research we do, how we communicate things, and how we make sure everything is ordered. You guys, we're getting up on our feet. We're getting out from this behemoth of crap that the prior administration left for us to clean up. We had to do a lot of work to get things organized, you know, staked out in the corners so that we could erect something and go forward. So this is where the shakedown is taking place, you guys. It is crazy. Okay. Yep, everything is connected. Our domes are working. I love, Pamela, when you talk about the domes. I still haven't seen that video, but I can, like, it's a Cash Peters video about how you protect your energies by getting your domes up. And I can sense it. And that, keep working those domes, you guys. Hi, love Mother Earth. Love Mother Earth. What do you have? You have a channel with a bird? I tweeted that to you. I don't, let me know. Hi, Never Again. Purple Sky, validation, Rolling Thunder. Well, yes, Ocean, that was Rolling Thunder. When I said that, could you hear that? That was crazy. Okay. I feel like we need to write another, let's write down another wish. We want stability and continuity for our nation going forward with their plans. So what we wrote for us, kind of boring, but I want total security and stability for our U.S. government defending democracy at home and abroad. I want USA to feel totally worthy of goodness, fairness. I want USA to release all shame surrounding this political mess. Shame of dealing with MAGAs that won't go away and white supremacy. I add this piece of shame because Taurus is about worthiness, your self-worth, that you're worthy of these things. I want USA to realize she doesn't have to compromise squat with hate. I want USA to totally defeat hate and feel good about it. I want all the victims of hate and misogyny to feel worthy of their biggest dreams and inalienable right to life, liberty, and happiness. Okay. Okay. So, write out the contract however you want to write it out. This is a collective intention. And the most powerful point of creating is through writing at a new moon. So, I want total security and stability for our United States government, defending democracy at home and abroad. I want the United States to feel totally worthy of goodness, fairness. I want USA to release all shame surrounding this political mess that was left over by the former guy. Little mess, and shame of dealing with the MAGAs and white supremacy. I want USA to realize she doesn't have to compromise squat with hate. I want USA to totally defeat and feel good about defeating hate. I want all the victims of hate, victims of hate and misogyny, to feel worthy of their biggest dreams and inalienable rights to life, liberty, and happiness. That's what we want. How are you guys doing? Oh, yes. Hi, Charlie Smith. It's okay. It's okay. I want USG to protect all of her natural resources for the people and the planet. I want our waters flowing clean and clear and full of good earth, sun, spirit. I want plenty of good water everywhere. I want people to suddenly wake up and do their best part to conserve and revitalize and revalue what we have together. I want our species to thrive. I want all natural spaces protected. I want grubby corporate laws abusing resources and lands to end now. End this abuse. Oh, there goes some more thunder. Shivani Queen, just notice this. And Yes. Fantastic. Good, good, good. Hello. Peace in America. Amen. Paving a pathway to life-giving peace. Oh, which means we have to release some things. I'm sorry I'm going to make this messy, but I just feel like I have to keep these words here. I want to release, well, this is more a full moon thing, but we're going to pre-pave that. I want to release the fear and trauma from GQP and 45 wrath on USA allies. Oh, wow, that's a big one, the trauma, you guys. You feel that? I want to righteously summon my courage to kick off trauma and abuse out of my energy field. I want to what is it, you guys? What is it? It's conquering. It's releasing. I want to release all the horror and pain and even my ego that hangs on to it. Pain to justify, rationalize what needs to happen. I want to know I don't have to justify anything. I am worthy to just have and live it. Does that make sense? That was really big. Okay. Ashley, my crown chakra just started tingling while writing. I know, isn't that all? So hang on to that. Let that open up because you're getting a big message. Oh, I'm feeling that too. So we wanted to pave a pathway to life-giving peace. But on the other side of it, we do so much in our day, you know, understandably, to justify what we need, that you did this, you did that, they did this, they did that. We need to end that argument. Stop giving life to that fight. We just want to kick that off where we don't even engage with it. It's done already. We have what we need. We get what we want because we are worthy of it, and it is right, and it's good. It's our good, highest moral values and clarity. We don't need to engage in this argument ad nauseum and splitting hairs with the GOP. USA just need to release the GOP and that whole garbage. But anyway, so I want to release the fear and trauma from the GQP and 45's wrath on the U.S. and our allies. I want to righteously summon my courage to kick off the trauma, kick off the abuse out of my energy field. I want to release all the horror and pain that even my ego hangs on to justify and rationalize what we need because they did that. I just want to know I don't have to justify a damn thing. Anything. I am worthy anyway to just have it and live it and to want that for everybody. We just get to have it because we're worthy and we're here in these bodies and we've been through so much. See, now I'm rationalizing. We just get to have it. It is who we sink into our foundations of who we are. Got it? Focus on the path to what we know is righteous. So, you guys, this is a big thing we're carving up to release with our intentions. It's good to get this on paper. This is, I'm sorry, this is going to hurt releasing some of this stuff because some of it we don't even know where it's stored within us. And the way this new moon solar eclipse is set up, it's going to hit stuff hard. It's one of those things where you think something bad is happening to you, but when you get on the other side of it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's why that had to happen so I could have this. That had to be destroyed, and it was uncomfortable. But if this is what I really want and what I'm really, really creating, and I'm all in on, some of those things are going to be painful letting go, okay? This is USA Pluto Return. We're getting rid of the gunk, the junk that is no longer needed, and it can be dramatic and it can be painful and intense, but the promise is there of rejuvenation, and we're an earthy Taurus building deeper roots, okay? Jan Wag, oh Queen, you're so very accurate with these wishes. Thank you. I feel like I want to get a pretty card. The pretty cards. These are the pretty cards. I want to, well, we'll see. We're going to start with two pretty cards. I really like the images in this deck by Poppy Palin. We haven't seen her in a long time. The Everyday Enchantment Tarot, Finding Magic in the Midst of Life. I want to know, oh yeah, this is the deck. I cannot shuffle cards because these cards are so big. They're so beautiful though. Oh, look at that. What do we need to focus on most comfortably to usher in these changes that are being summoned through our nation's chart and the spirit of these times? What do, I mean, they're so pretty, but I cannot. Don't look back. Exactly. All glory to God. Yes, the Empress. Paisley, it's hard, but it's so deliciously beautiful at the same time. And the relief felt, phew. Yes, focus on where we're going. And you know, social media, everyone, and the media wants to keep bringing us back to pain. You know, they never bring us, I'm like, media, are you going to like show it? You only show us the same Congress people, senators, all the time. I mean, like, can we just get some coverage of people who are like inspiring to us? Like all the great work that Senator White House is doing. He wants an investigation on Kavanaugh. Why do we have to hear about Rand Paul? Why can't we hear from White House? And Amy Klobuchar was flying in a plane with Senator Arizona. There's a lot of good stories out there, but we never get to see those people. And we will, in the past. We want a better. I want MSM to be better. Better coverage. Release the Russia-China influence. I want quality news. I want valuable, good feeling, true news with good people. Yeah, see, it's hard not to get caught in the old, right? I want a better media. We're worthy of it. It's time. We're done with you guys being a-holios. Okay. Oh, I just heard it's done. Okay. Done. Kind of like a ping. Okay, done. Okay, that was easy. Now, remember, it takes time for these things to shake out. So don't be like, Queen's Tarot, you said this was a... Well, yes. It has to filter through the ethers into the crust of our planet. And then it has to be triggered by things. That's why I always say we have these click dates. Because for it to manifest, it has to make its way in and then be triggered. And it takes time to things to trigger into manifestation, okay? Okay, so I just want 2 cards here that we need to focus on right now because things are going to get moving quick. Shared resources. Who we are. Oh my God, you guys. Woo! Down here. 4th house. Look at this. Capricorn is intercepted here on the 4th, meaning the 4th house of home, how we defend ourselves. This is very good, you guys. Capricorn, the sign, begins and ends here in one sign, meaning no one else can access it. So whatever they're planning for defenses on the ground, nobody can touch it but the people who are in charge of our government. Down here, you guys, they're so screwed. Intercepted at 24 Capricorn. The can opener eclipse, if you guys have been with me for a while, you know what this means. This is big stuff. 24 degrees Capricorn is the asteroid Potomac. Potomac is the asteroid of the U.S. defenses. In this area of defense of our government. And there is some thunder. Not only is it at this point from the can opener eclipse, in 2020, we had 3 Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions. I didn't even get to talk about that very much. But basically, this happens about once every 15, 20 years, I guess. Now, it's like 13 to 15. When Pluto is coming along to destroy things and go all fascist, Jupiter comes along and blows that up. That is what blew up Hitler and the Mussolini guy. I don't want to buffer. And when that came around, that only happened one time. Jupiter and Pluto came together and they separated back in the 40s before the surrender. And that was in fire signs. This was in earth signs, Capricorn, government structure, government power. And Jupiter and Pluto came together, and then they retrograded together, and then they went forward. They did it 3 times. And twice it was at this point of Jupiter-Pluto. This blows up fascism. Truly Antifa blowing this up. Am I going to buffer? USA Potomac is here at this new moon solar eclipse, bringing in all that 2020 stuff. And Pluto yesterday went retrograde. She's heading back to our Pluto return. She's at 28 degrees Capricorn, 36 minutes, and she's going backwards. She's looking at Potomac. She's looking at our Pluto return. What's going on here with our defenses? That's happening on the ground, you guys. No, what's happening with, ooh, Potomac. Six of Cups reversed. This was invasion of Afghanistan by those guys. This was taking of Ukraine. It's also taking of children. Have you noticed how many GOP have been arrested, indicted, charged with the pedo stuff just in the past week? This is our defenses from going backwards. USA defenses. Pluto has retrograded. I've got a secret of what we are doing. The veil, what's behind that veil? Artillery, defenses. Things are quickening and happening. What's this Jupiter-Pluto going to do? I was just saying Putin just melting. Untimely, but timely. Timely for the good guys, untimely for the bad guys. We're working at it. What happens to the bad guys? Off to new sealed indictments, the good guys. Oh my gosh, we're rounding them up. We've got lots of good news coming because the information is going to be coming in about transnational mafia. It's going to make our wishes come true. That's more on that chart. I was grabbing the pretty cards, though, because I wanted to know what we needed to concentrate on with this new moon solar eclipse, because this moon is going to hit, it's going to hit Uranus soon. How are you guys doing? Love is the answer. I want inspirational news. Thank you to the good guys. You can't fight your way to peace. That is true. Yes, you'll want to blow up human sex trafficking. I agree. Joy is your north node in Aries, Dr. Nancy. Nancy's been repotting tomatoes all afternoon. I would like some. Okay. What are we writing a Newman wish on? The sun, you guys. Oh, that's our president. That illuminates the warmth. There is a phrase in this book I know that I want. What is it? What are you saying, son? You are screaming. Something is screaming to be read out. No, not the tower. The sun. Where's my sun? See, even this book I can't get a grip on. There we go. Rise and shine. I want USA to rise and shine. I want POTUS to rise up higher than all else and shine with goodness for all and lead hope and democracy everywhere. I want democracy to take root for good. The sun will come out tomorrow, I promise. No matter how tough or bleak things are today, it will rise again. And so will you. Who am I to tell you? I'm just someone who's learned to walk in beauty with unfailing optimism. I may be carefree and jubilant now, but to shine this hard and this constantly, I had to burn my way through my own clouds. I want to shine so vibrantly. I burn away my own clouds. That's what I was trying to get at before. My life's been no bed of roses, and I've never been given privileges. In fact, I've been held back by circumstances and limited by my gender, status, culture, and creed. I want you guys to see this better. Culture and creed. I'm sorry. Here we go. I've always had real community, which strengthened me, but there wasn't the money, much less the belief. Expectations were low while my personal standards are high. Despite my limitations, I always saw my future with intense clarity, a useful career and a profession I could feel passion for, not just a struggle to get by. I'm no rebel, but I had to show courage in standing up for my rights. Every door that's open for me has done so through my own diligent application. There have been many rejections and privations along the way, but now I've made it. I've proved myself and shown what can be achieved if we never give up. I've raised our game for good. I love who I am, what I do, and where I'm from, and never see how broken things are, but how fabulous they can be. No matter what happens, I'll keep my sunny side up and illuminate the splendor all around us. Yes, even here, why not? It's within your power to radiate positivity too. Let there be light in your life, and may that kind light always be true. Yes, that was the message that had to come true. Write that wish. I can't rehash it. You know what you need out of that for you personally. I want the POTUS to tell the truth of information without bias, only serve all in divine timing. Yes. That's beautiful. I felt I'm a miracle. Hi, Teresa. Okay. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. That's really the essence of what we need to percolate here. We will accept change in this area. It might be comfortable, but if it's going to make us rise higher and shine stronger, even for POTUS and vice POTUS, so be it, and our allies. Okay? So, first house, who we are. We've got the scales of justice. It is ruled by Mercury, but we've got Libra in here. We've got George Washington. The Nine of Blades, the Nine of Swords. This is the nightmare that we are living right now. I'll read this one to you guys. Nine of Blades. Okay. Oh, this is heavy. It's called the knife edge. So this image resembles a Rider-Waite card with a distressed person sitting up in bed covered in an astrological quilt. Here the atmosphere is brooding and the woman's brow is furrowed as her hands cover her face. She has barbed wire tattoos on her wrists, expressing entrapment and torment. And the rose tattoo on her shoulder references the traditional card design while showing the girl once appreciated beauty. The story. I can't stop crying as everything goes round in my head, everything that's wrong with my life, everything I've done wrong. A litany of what-ifs and self-recriminations. No matter how hard I try to see things differently, I cannot escape the thought that everything's my fault and I've ruined any chance of happiness. The price for being such a failure is lying awake in the small hours, weeping after another nightmare. Every dark dream finds me trying to lock out an unseen monster that's pushing its way in, but the door won't shut properly, and I know that I can't hold it back. Just as it bursts through, I wake, heart racing, sweat slicking my skin, but escape only brings momentary relief, because I then remember that my waking reality is a nightmare too, and the real monster is me. I'm tearing myself apart with my own regret, and wherever I go, I have to take with me. If it wasn't for my devoted little dog, I'd take the rest of those pills and go into oblivion. What a blessed relief to drift into the void where the monster would finally be vanquished, but my dog is the saving grace that links me back to a world of kindness and hope, where there are other feelings besides jagged pain. He believes in my innate goodness no matter what I've done, and I can't let go of that. Because of his love, I'll try to ride out these endless stormy nights. Maybe one day I'll find myself worthy of his unconditional acceptance and live up to his expectations. Until then, I'll try to endure. I want me to release this ongoing pain. I want the war to end. I want to change the pieces of me that are a nightmare. I want to come out of that dark place with a path fully illuminating my good, my connected space. I want a new start with how I soothe myself. I want to be kind to me no matter what. I want self-talk full of can-do, full of patience, that I'm okay doing the best I can, and that's enough. I want a new worthy relationship with me, full of compassion and loving strength. I want the universe to have my back, and the backs of every other loving being on this planet. I end the war with me for good. That was heavy, you guys. How are you guys doing? I want USA Me to release this ongoing pain. I want the war to end. I want to change the pieces of me that are a nightmare. I want to come out of the dark place with a path fully illuminating my good, my connected space. I want a new start with how I soothe myself. I want to be kind to me no matter what. I want self-talk full of I don't know what this, full of kindness, of can do, you can do this, full of patience, that I'm okay, doing the best I can, and that is enough. I want a new worthy relationship with me, full of compassion and loving strength. I want the universe to have my back and the backs of every other loving being on this planet. I end the war with me for good. Whew, okay. I think I'm going to end it here, you guys. This is enough. We've uncovered a lot. We've touched on a lot. And things are going to shake up. Remember, I know it's easy to get sucked into writing a lot of new moon contracts, but you have to know this one is going to be topsy-turvy throughout the rest of the year, so you're going to want excellent coping mechanisms to deal with whatever comes your way, because I'm telling you, stuff is going to happen, okay? So, thank you. Thank you, Bonnie Douglas. Yes, NSJR, this is very, very deep. Thank you, the Empress. Thank you so much, moderators. Perfect as always, and thank you so much for your generous donations. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you being here. I love this continuity of our relationship that has been growing and growing through such turmoil. We have really created an incredible bridge to this new world together. Oh, Linda Foster, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Gloria Dean. By Electra. Thank you, Dr. Nancy. Yes, Yolanda, find positive coping skills. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Holly Coleman. Thank you, Leslie. Love is the answer. It's the only answer. Marie, thank you. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you very much. Of course, Nancy. You guys, have a great rest of this cycle. Take it easy. Be easy and kind on your body and to all. Okay? Thank you, Shivani. Oh, yes, the breathing stuff. Okay. Good afternoon. Good night. Good afternoon. We'll talk to you. We'll see you soon. Okay? Bye. Thank you, Paisley and Teresa. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Carolyn. So much. Yes, we're going to have a great day. Good night, early group. Okay. Bye.